Well, welcome everybody. Aloha. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap. Let Light Unite. And today is, November 24. And I want to do some energy work on negating the Committee of 300's manifestations. And before I do that, I am live. Cool. Let's see. There we go. Just had to change my Facebook page and we're good to go. Well, with all the exciting events that have been happening yesterday with the election, I thought we would actually do energy work on the people that are actually trying to control the world. And this is the Committee of 300. So as I'm doing this energy work, we're going to create a bubble of light. And in this bubble, we're going to put all this information. So in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine it happening and then send energy work into the bubble. So I want you to imagine yourself, connect with the Creator, and this incredible energy comes pouring into your body. Let it flow down your arms, out your hands, into the center of the room. And we're all connected through our heart chakras. All right, let's start. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me. And if it is your will, O Creator, I command. Now, the Council of 300 is composed of royalty, lords, kings, queens, princesses, old world families, and men like Henry Kissinger, old families like the Rockefeller, Rothschild, Queen Elizabeth II, DuPont, John Forbes, Russell family, Turner. So you get all the people that are going into this bubble. Now, these appointments are handed down to family members. So it's a very closed club, and we're not part of it. So this is basically how it works. These people, the Council of 300, tell all the other groups what the agenda is, passing that info down to the Royal Institute of International Affairs, who's in this bubble, who passes that info to their public relations propaganda institutes like the Tavistock Institute. Now, this Tavistock, who's also in this bubble, works out years in advance how to manipulate the mass general public. By the time we recognize the manipulation, it's over and done, leaving us with their new agenda. Now, the Tavistock Institute passes that info to the Club of Rome, who then passes that info on to the World Economic Forum, who passes on their instructions down to their members. This covers almost all corporations, banks, militaries, and many groups that come under the Committee of 300 influence, like the YMCA, the Red Cross, the NAACP, the Triads, American Civil Liberties Union, United Nations, WHO, and NATO, to name a few. Almost all major institutions come under the Committee of 300 influence, all of them. An octopus with many arms reaching everywhere except for small businesses. This energy work is directed at all of the above, and Spirit will fill in all the names. I also ask that anyone who reads or listens to this energy work will amplify the work over 100,000 fold, and they're put in bubbles of invisibility for protection. I humbly give thanks for this opportunity to serve. So again, let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested me in God. If it is your will, I command. I call the Creator of all, asking for permission to tie and bind the Committee of 300's energy on the planet, along with all other offshoots they are part of, including the Illuminati, the royalty, lords, kings, queens, princess, old world families, and men like Henry Kissinger, old families like the Rockefeller, Rothschild, Queen Elizabeth II, DuPont, John Forbes, Russell family, and Turner, to name a few. Nazis, Bilderbergers, Tavistock Institute, Council of Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, the Vatican, the Church of Rome, Jesuits, Club of Rome, the WEF, anything and all other businesses, including all corporations, banks, militaries, under the Council of Rome, 300 influence, and all secret societies, putting them in positions of power, positions of harmlessness, Let their power become nothing. Spirit knows who all these beings are and are adding them in. I call to Michael the Archangel to take your sword of blue flame and cut all ties the Committee of 300 have to anything or anything on this planet. We start cutting ties to their energy from when they first began over 100 years ago. We cut all ties they have to each other, including the NW New World Order Forward, the Vril Society, the Thule, the Order of the New Templars, Jesuit Order, the Templar Order. We now violet flame that energy, sending violet flame through all the ties and binds that connect them to each other, searing them from each other in all black magic they create as a group from now through eternity. We put in a bubble of light all the names of the Committee of 300 along with all groups under its influence, including any other secret name they may have. I ask Spirit to insert now. As we blaze the bubble of names with the violet flame, it will transmute all energy to nothing. As this is happening, we cut all ties to all these names have to private energy and the might is right, rape, pillage, plunder of everything on the planet. As this is transmuted by the violet flame, it now has no energy to feed from. We also cut all ties to all their rules and oaths that bind them together, including their rule book. Liars, hell, revealing process. All thoughts of the New World Order, live by the rules, die by the rules. Oath of non-disclosure. Oath of a skull above any other. War is peace, reverse language, having pretend conflicts with each other, also known as conflict management, as well as all their selfishness and greedily wanting of material possessions and power, including the statement of the dawn of a new day. We now cancel, clear all this energy 24/7, 365 days a year from now through eternity. We are now cutting all ties to all legacies, soulmates, knights, and patriarchs, as well as breaking all oaths, vows, initiation, curses that abound them through the initiation of fire and tattoos. We cut all ties they have to each other through all initiations, taking individually or groups, as well as through their brandings, marks, and all secret codes of language. We cut all ties to all their satanic worship, whether by the names of Lucifer, Satan, Set, or God Wotan, and the sun god Ra, or whatever names they may have. Spirit, insert them now. As we cut all this dark energy from the planet, we violet flame that space to transmute all dark energy back to light, going backwards and forwards in time from now through eternity. We cut all material possessions from them, sending that energy back to the Creator to clean it up, then send it out to the light workers and activists working towards healing and saving the planet. Let all their wealth now be reversed and sent back to those they have stolen from now. Oops. As we cut ties, they have to all time, starting from their watches they are given during initiation to the manipulation of time through time-space programs. We cut their watches free from them, violet flame the watches to transmute their energy and reconnect all the watches to the Creator. As this is done, we now command the watches to run 10 minutes slower than correct time or break down. May the energy of being 5 minutes ahead of all others be transmuted and neutralized so they're 10 minutes late. We see all their past, present, and future programs breaking down and being replaced with programs that are good for humanity and the earth now. We cut ties to all their misuse of sacred symbols, including the Nazi swastika. As we cut this and all symbols free, we now reverse all of them to their proper direction. In all the cases of the Nazi swastika, when anyone looks at it, may be automatic reverse, so it now brings only peace and prosperity back to the planet. We also cut ties to the symbol of the skull and crossbones everywhere on the planet, violet flaming that energy to light, now reconnecting it to the Creator so it now becomes meaningless and has no power. We cut ties to all their stolen artifacts being held by any secret society, including Geronimo's skull filled with turquoise, horse bits, and straps, the skull of Pancho Villa, Adolf Hitler's silverware, the skeleton known as Madame Pompadour, the skull of General Torreras, and any other artifacts that has come into their possession, including the spear of Christ. We call the violet flame to transmute all dark energy done to and with these artifacts to tie and bind any race or culture so they may have dominance over them. All these souls are set free. Now we reconnect all these artifacts to the Creator and command that they become neutral. We see all these bounded souls being set free. We see all the artifacts being returned to their rightful owner and the spear of Christ destroyed. We call the goddess of truth and justice to bring all the committee of 300 secrets to the surface so the whole world may see, giving the world the wisdom on how to correct the damage done to earth and all life forms. We call the Michael the Archangel to cut all ties that the committee of 300 and all that they influence have between them that creates a beehive reptilian consciousness that has a need for genocidal warfare on the planet. We cut ties you have to all bloodlust and sucking the energy life force from all humans. We again send the violet flame through all this energy to transmute it back to light, and now send it back to the Creator to transmute and return us to a loving, kind, peaceful, caring, nurturing, golden age of a divine enlightenment energy. We call the higher selves of all council of 300 members, asking that they now stop doing satanic work. Stop trying to play God. Stop trying to manipulate the planet through all your self-serving programs, like your educational policies, manipulating the press, mass media, and drug smuggling, to now step into the light of the Creator and do works of good. And if they choose not to, which is their free will, we ask their higher self and guardian angels to put them in positions of harmlessness, allowing a light worker to take their place, bringing us into the divine golden age of enlightenment. We call the Creator and ask that the higher selves of all the council of 300 members open up their hearts of human hybrids that have more DNA than reptilians, so they now have more feelings, compassion, along with courage to stand up for what is right and think for themselves, having courage to speak and tell all. We see all the truth about the Committee of 300 as well as all secret societies coming to the surface. We see all the power of the Committee of 300 becoming neutralized, which allows people to have a spiritual awakening all over the planet. As all life forms reconnect again to the Creator, they are given their divine missions and divine purposes, becoming an entrepreneurial, creative society again. All cultures, races, and religions being accepting and harmonious with each other, allowing the best of spirituality to manifest on the planet and creating world enlightenment. It is here, it is done, so be it. Nevertheless, not our will, but thy will be done. Let's take a deep breath and release this. We give thanks for this opportunity to serve. And again, I'm going to ask that anybody that watches this video or listens to it, this energy work is amplified over 100,000 fold. All right, guys, you do need to ground. So if you have the stone hematite, I want you to hold it, or even lodestone will help ground you. You want to hold it till the lightheadedness is gone and you feel a little bit heavier. If you don't have that, I want you to stand up for me. And I want you to feel the earth energy come up your feet. And as that energy rises higher up the legs, your head clears up, you become a little bit heavier. As your energies pull in and you become very centered, allow that energy to pull up higher. Feel yourself becoming more centered, more clear-headed, more back in body. Again, when that energy is up to your knees, you're feeling very grounded. Your head should be clear. Feel yourself very, very centered and filled with all these new possibilities. All right, guys, if you're still energy high after that, depending on the weather, get dressed, go outside, find your favorite tree, put your hands on the tree, send all your excess energy into the tree, 30 seconds. You can do it longer. When you've done that, ask the tree to send you energy back and you should ground. You can even take your shoes off, walk on the ground. That'll help you pull back in body. Eat something. The point is, you want the lightheadedness to go away, and you want to feel very, very centered, and again, filled with all new possibilities. So thanks for tuning in, and I am back doing the energy work. I hope you have a lovely day, and may peace prevail on earth and in the United States. Aloha.